Hi everybody, welcome to this Form 4 Modern Math Tuition class. This is our first lesson. So in this video, I want to talk with you about the algebraic expression. You will notice that when you go to secondary school, right, when you solve mathematical questions, you will always deal with a lot of variables. So this part actually makes some students confused, and they will just give up because they see a lot of variables. They feel very complicated. It's actually not that complicated. You just need to understand it well. Okay, so I feel that there are two topics actually very important. So make sure these two topics you can handle them well. First, algebraic expressions, and the second one is a linear equation. Okay, so in this video, let's look at algebraic expression first. Deriving an algebraic expression from a situation. Now, in this example, we have different types of situation. What we need to do is we want to represent the given situation by using an algebraic expression. Okay, let's see how do we do that. Three is subtracted from a certain number. Now we know that number, right? We just let that number be x. And 3 is subtracted from this, minus 3. So this is the answer for part A. So we can represent this situation, this sentence, by using this algebraic expression. Okay, let's go to B. The sum of a number and 5 is divided by 3. Sum, it means plus. So now I break it become two parts. Look at this part first. The sum of a number, we know that number, we just let that number be x. So the sum of a number and 5 will be x plus 5, right? Is divided by 3. This whole thing divided by 3. Okay, let's go to C. 5 more than 4 times y. 4 times y means 4y. 5 more than this. So this is 4y. We need another 5. Add 5. Okay. D. The square of the sum of 2n and m. Let's look at this part first. The sum of 2n and m. It means 2n plus m. The square of this whole thing, you square it. Put a square like this, it's not correct. Don't forget to put a parenthesis. Okay, this is 2. Okay, let me write again. 2n. This is 2n. Okay, 2n. Oh, 2n plus m. Okay, so let's go to D. The total cost of X pieces of 20-cent stamp and Y pieces of 30-cent stamp. So if one piece of 20-cent stamp, 1 times 20. 2 pieces, 2 times 20. 3 pieces, 3 times 20. Now we have X pieces, so X times 20. But normally we do not write the variable in front of a number. In this case, we will just write 20x. 20x. It means 20 times x plus. Now we have y pieces of 30-cent stamp. 1 piece, 1 times 30. 2 pieces, 2 times 30. Now I have y pieces, y times 30. But normally we write the variable at the back of a number. Instead of writing y times 30, we will just simply represent it by 30y. Okay, 30y. So if you see 30y, it means 30 times y. Okay, so this algebraic expression can be used to represent this situation. Okay, let's go to F. Jack's age is m years. Okay, let me write down first, so easier for you to see. Jack's age. Okay, his age is m years. Now we have another person, Sam. Sam age. So Sam age n years younger than Jack. So if let's say 1 years younger than Jack, you take this 8 minus 1, right? 2 years younger, m minus 2. 3 years younger, m minus 3. Can you understand? For example, let's say I have A and B. If A is 10 years old, and I tell you that B, the age of B is 2 years younger than A, so definitely will be 10 minus 2, right? So if I say the age of B is 3 years younger than A, so 10 minus 3, right? So the same thing apply here. Sam age is n years younger than Jack, so definitely will be m minus n years. Okay, but we cannot stop here. The question is asking total, their total age. Okay, let me use another color. So total age means that you have to take this one plus this one. Okay, their total age is equal to m plus m minus n. So since that we have 2m here, we can just combine them together, simplify a little bit, which I will show you in the next part. So first we open up this parenthesis first. M, if this is positive, when you open up the parentheses, you will get exactly the same thing. M plus m minus n. Positive, positive, nothing here means positive. You get positive, positive, negative, you get negative. But if this is a negative, you have to be extra careful. For example, m minus n. When you open up this parentheses, when you throw away this parenthesis, okay, m minus negative, positive will give you negative, right? Negative will give you positive. Oh, sorry. Here should be n. Okay, here should be n. Negative, positive. You see, when you open up the parentheses, the symbol here, the sign here change. From negative become positive. Why? Because negative give you positive. But if this is a positive, normally no problem. So when you see negative, you have to be extra careful. Okay, now m plus m is equal to 2m, right? Okay, I write over here 2m. So this negative n we just copy. So this will be our final answer, 2m minus n. Let's proceed to G. Madam Yo buy X kg of vegetable oil. Okay, if you feel that this type of question, when some student when they look at the given situation very long, then they start to feel afraid of it. So it's actually, you can do this way. Let's say you will feel that this is complicated, you write down all the important information first. Right now you have vegetable oil, and sugar. Okay, so vegetable oil is x kilogram, and sugar is y kilogram. So which cost? So this is Rm, P, and this is O, P per kilogram. Okay, so this is Rm, Q per kilogram. Okay, so what is the total cost Madam Yo has to pay? Means that she need to pay how much for these two products. So the total amount. Okay, let's look at vegetable oil first. 1 kg will charge you P ringgit. 2 kg, 2 times P. 3 kg, 3 times P. Now I have X kg, X times P, right? Okay, or you can write XP or PX. Okay, plus. Now 1 kg, Q ringgit. 2 kg, 2 times Q. Now we have Y kg, Y times Q. You can write YQ or QY. Okay, so since this is Rm, so it's better I write the units Rm, then put a parenthesis here. So this is the way how we represent the given situation by using an algebraic expression. Okay, so let's proceed to the next part. This is the exercises for you. Make sure you try it, and if you don't understand, you can ask in the WhatsApp group, or you can wait until the Zoom class, then only you ask me. Okay, so the answers is here. Oh, the answer is over here. You can do it first and check, see whether you can get all correct or not. So make sure you try. Remember, the only way to improve your mathematics is to do mathematics. If you just read, you watch a lot of teaching video, but you do not practice yourself, it's actually not effective at all. You try to think. If you want to be, let's take one example like play badminton. If you want to be good in playing badminton, you keep watching Lee Chong-wei, keep watching how they play, Lin Dan, Kanto Momota, Ginting, and so on. You keep watching how they play. You read all the books teaching how to play badminton, but you do not go to play. You do not go to practice. Do you think this is an effective way to learn, to improve your badminton skill? I think you get the answer. Definitely this is not an effective way, right? So the same thing apply in learning mathematics. If you want to be good, if you want to improve your mathematics solving skill, make sure you try. Make sure you practice. You do exercises. Okay? So hopefully you work hard for yourself, and definitely your mathematics solving skill will get improved and become better and better day by day. Okay, let's proceed. Like terms and unlike terms. Okay, so hopefully you still remember. Like terms means that they have the same variable and same power. So for example, you see now here I have xy, right? xy. This is yx, but it's the same thing. Yx and xy, they actually same thing. Y times x and x times y, same thing, right? 2 times 3 and 3 times 2. These are exactly the same value. Okay, so remember, like terms, same variable, same power. Unlike terms, they do not have the same variable with the same power. So now we look at this xy. So this is x squared y. Yes, these two, they have the same variable, which is x and y. But the problem is the x here is raised to power 2. The x here is only raised to a power of 1. So now they have the same variable, but the power different. So they are considered as unlike terms. Okay, so try to look at this too. So remember, like terms, same power, same variable. How about this too? X squared y, xy squared, they have the same variable, but the problem is the power is different. The power for x here is 2, but the power for x here is 1. The power for y here is 1. The power for y here is 2. So this is unlike term. So how about these two? These two look look exactly the same, right? These two. You have to be careful for this one. 2xy, 2 over xy. You might think that same variable x and y, same power, x power 1, y power 1, x power 1, y power 1. So they are like terms? No, they are unlike terms. Why? Okay, in Form 3, first chapter, I think, you learn about indices, right? You know that x and 1 over x, they actually different. This is x. 1 over x can be written as can be written as x power negative 1. Still remember? X power negative 1. So the x is actually power negative 1. The y also the same thing. So they don't have same power. That's why they are unlike terms. Okay, let's me give you some example, then you will be understanding better. Example 2. Identify whether each of the following pair of algebraic terms is like terms or unlike terms. So remember, like terms, same variable, same power. If they do not fulfill these two conditions, then will be unlike terms. xy, xy. So the coefficient here is not important. When we want to determine like terms or unlike terms, what we focus on is the variable here, and the power of the variable. The -4, 0.3, so on, negative, positive, that is not important. So x power 1, y power 1, here all exactly the same thing, like terms. Like terms. So how about this one? PQ, like terms. Because it's p power 1, q power 1. Here also same thing, p power 1, q power 1. Okay, and one thing you have to understand is pq over 4 is the same thing as 1 over 4 times pq. Okay, but it's different with 1 over 4 pq. These two is the same thing. You write in the middle or you write at the top, it's the same thing. But if you write at the bottom here, it means difference. Okay. How about this? HK and KH. Okay, be careful. HK is mean H times K. KH means K times H. They are the same thing, like terms. Like terms. Okay, how about this? Okay, before I tell you, hopefully that you got the answer, right? Hopefully you get the answers. They are like terms or unlike terms? Unlike terms. Unlike terms. Okay. So why? Because 4 over pq is actually 4p power -1, q power -1. And the power for p and q here is only 1, not -1. So they are unlike terms. These two are unlike terms. So why do we need to learn about like terms or unlike terms? Because only like terms we can plus or minus. Unlike terms, we cannot plus or minus. Okay, this I will talk to you in the next part. xy, yx, like terms, x power 1, y power 1, y power 1, x power 1. So this 2 over 3, 3 doesn't matter, it's not important, the coefficients. When, as I told you just now, when we want to determine like terms or unlike terms, we just focus on the variable. So this is, they are like terms. How about this? X squared, y, xy. The power difference. This is x power 2, this is x power 1. Unlike terms. Okay, let's go to G. -3 PQR. So -3, don't focus on them, it's not important. PQR, this is PR. This is PR, this is PQR. Here we have a Q, here we don't have a Q. So they are unlike terms. Oh, unlike terms. Okay, how about the last one? xy squared, x squared y. Power difference. This is x power 1, this is x power 2. This is y power 2, this is y power 1. Difference. So will be unlike term. Okay. So this is the way how we want to determine the given algebraic terms are like terms or unlike terms. Look at the variable. Same power, same variable will be like terms. If not that case, then it will be unlike terms. Okay, same thing here. So these are the exercises that you need to try, and all the answers are right here. Okay, let's go to, this will be the last part, right? Okay, let me check. Okay, so this will be the last part for this video. Like terms, unlike terms. Like term, we can do plus, minus, multiply, divide, all we can do it. Okay, so for unlike terms, plus, minus cannot, only multiply and divide. Okay, so here let's try how do we simplify an algebraic expression. 2x plus y minus x plus 2y plus 3y minus 4x. Always be careful. When you see a negative, you need to be extra careful. Okay, then copy first this line. 2x plus y minus x plus 2y plus 3y minus 4x. Okay, the first thing is to open up all the parentheses. 2x plus y, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative. So positive normally should be no problem. Positive, positive, you get positive. Positive, negative, you get negative. Okay, now we group all the like terms together, and I group all the like terms here, and another part of the like term will be here. So now I have x and y here. So I group all the x together and y together. So if you already can handle these sub-questions very well, you actually don't have to group them. Just by looking like this, you can get the answer, right? Because 2 minus 1 minus 4. So you get the answer. So if you still not really clear about this, so it's better we do one more step so that you won't make mistake. So when we want to arrange this, I look at x first. These all are like terms. So do you notice that when I circle the variable, when I circle the terms, I include the sign in front of it. Okay, so 2x minus x. You have a negative, the negative always follow the x. Minus 4x. Okay, so we are done for this part. Then we go to y. So positive y. Okay, let me use another color. Positive y minus 2y plus 3y. Okay, so now we can get the answer easily. 2 minus 1 minus 4. So it's negative 3. Or you can press your calculator. When you press your calculator, right, you don't have to press the x. You just press 2 minus 1 minus 4. You get the answer, negative 3. But don't forget, you have to write the x also. So how about this one? 1 minus 2, you get negative 1. Plus 3, you get 2. Okay, same thing. Now take out a calculator, try and press. 1 minus 2 plus 3. You get 2y. So this will be the final answer. So if you don't want to give your answer in this way, because some students they don't like negative in front of here, you can just write 2y minus 3x. They are the same thing. Okay, how about this one? Okay, I think I don't have to copy again the question. I just use this one, so it will be faster. Okay, first open up the parentheses. 3x minus 2y. Positive, normally no problem. Positive, positive, you get positive 7x. Positive, negative, you get negative 5. Negative, extra careful. Negative, positive, you get negative. Negative, negative, positive. Okay, now is to group all the like terms together. So how about we group the x together first? X. So same thing, if you don't want to do this method, you can just press your calculator. 3 plus 7, you get the x, right? How many x? And we go to y, negative 2 plus 4. Okay, so no more x, so it will be 3x plus 7x. Okay, now we go to y. Negative 2y and positive 4y. Negative 2y, positive 4y. Okay, the last will be negative 5, negative 5. These two are numbers. Okay, let me use what color? How about blue? Light blue. Negative 5, negative 5. Okay, next step should be no problem. You can use a calculator. If the number is not that big, you want to calculate mentally, also can. So 3 plus 7 will give you 10, and don't forget to write in x. So negative 2 plus 4, positive 2, y. Don't forget to write in y. You can just press the calculator, negative 2 plus 4, you get 2, right? And don't forget to write the y beside the 2. Negative 5, definitely, you should be no problem, right? This one, negative 10. Okay, so this will be the answers for this part. Okay, let's try part C. This is a little bit long, but it's the same thing. First step, open up the parentheses, and minus 4m minus 6, negative, extra careful. Negative, positive, you give negative, right? Negative, negative, positive 4m. Negative, positive will give you negative 13. Okay, then positive should be no problem. Positive, positive, you get positive. Positive, negative, you get negative 7n. Okay, so the next thing is to group the like terms together. As I told you just now, if you already can master this type of question well, you actually don't have to group them. You can just calculate mentally. 1, we look at n first, or you want to look at m first, or you want to look at n first, is okay. So up to you. So let's say we look at n, then it will be 1n minus 5n minus 7n. So this will give you minus 11n, right? Okay, if you cannot calculate mentally, you just press the calculator. 1 minus 5 minus 7, you get negative 11. And don't forget n, negative 11n. So at the beginning, if you're still not really clear about this, so it's better we do a few more steps and to avoid some careless mistake. Okay, let me circle the odd n together first. But in the exam, you don't have to circle like this. So now group them together. N minus 5n minus 7n. Okay, so now we go to m. Go to m. What color? Okay, let me use purple. 4, negative 4m, positive 4m, plus, okay, this is also positive. Okay, you will notice that the same thing I told you just now. When I circle the terms, right, I always include together with the symbol, with the sign in front of the terms. Okay, negative 4m, positive 4m. Okay, so positive 8m. Okay, the last will be number. Negative 6, negative 13. Okay. So as I told you, you can just use your calculator. So this will cancel up. Then we have 8n, and this 2 will give you negative 19. Okay, let me check again, Corona. Okay, should be no problem. So this is the way how we simplify these types of algebraic expression. Okay, let's go to this last one for this example. Okay, let me erase this part first. So the same thing, first step, open up all the parentheses. 5p plus 3q minus y. plus 7, positive, negative, negative, 2p, negative, extra careful, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, negative. Here, negative again, extra careful, negative, positive, negative, 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 positive. Okay. Now, group all the like terms together. Okay, now how about let's try. Don't group them, just by looking like this, you try to press your calculator and see whether you can get the answer correct or not. Now we look at P first, 5p, right? Press your calculator 5. Okay, then we go from your left to your right. Negative 2p minus 2. Negative 7p minus 7. Okay, then no more p, press equal, you will get negative 4, write the negative 4, and don't forget to write an p. Okay, let me double check again, correct or not. 5减2，这个是3，okay， 减7 ，okay, correct. Now we go to Q. Q, press your calculator, 3. Okay, negative 6q, press minus 6. Okay, no more q, this is 9. Then press equal, negative 3. Negative 3q. Okay, let me double check again. Sun. Okay, correct. Okay, now let's go to y. So negative 1, press the calculator, negative 1. Negative 2 plus 3. Oh, let me press. Okay, let me check again. 减3. Okay, no more y because this negative 1, negative 2 will give you negative 3. Then you plus 3y, you come 0y. You don't have to write 0y. Okay, now we go to the last one will be the number. 7 minus 9, negative 2. Okay, negative 2. So this will be the final answers. Okay, let me double check again. Okay, so correct. So this is another types of simplification, but now this is involve multiplication and multiply. When we multiply or divide, like terms, unlike terms, not a problem. For plus and minus, we only can take like terms or only like terms can plus and minus. Okay, so be careful when you do this type of questions. Okay, let's try last example for this video. A square. Okay, when I see divide, right, I always like to do this way, so easier for us to do this, to do the simplification. And this multiply, negative 12 BC. Okay, so now we look at a square first. A, let me use red color. So now we have a and we have, okay, so before I simplify, better I use this method, maybe it's easier for you. I combine these two together first, these two. A square and negative 12 minus nothing here means 1, so you will get negative 12. Okay, a square, no a square here, no a here, so we will still a square. So we have b power 1, and this is also b power 1. b times b will give you b square, and we have another c. Okay, change a square, b square, c. Okay, now we go to the bottom here, the denominator, we just copy negative 4ac square. Okay, now we can simplify them easily. So negative 12 divided by negative 4, you can press your calculator, you get 3. right? Okay, so this is a squared, this is only a. So we can cancel this. Now we have 1 here. So a squared means a times a. So here is a. So if you simplify, you get a power 1, right? So you just take the power here, 2 minus 1. So how about b? Okay, let me write first a. So b squared, we cannot do anything, we just copy. How about c? Now we have c and c squared here. So if you haven't learned for, let's say if you are in form, if you are now Form 1 student, normally I will tell the student like this. Now you want to simplify it, right? You choose a smaller power to cancel. Now you have power 1, you have power 2. So cancel this one. And we have c times c. We take 1 to simplify with this c. So now I have 1 left. And don't write the c here. You have to write here c. But if now, if you already learned about the indices, then you might try this way. Let's say you don't want to do this way. You don't want to do this way. You can just take 3ab squared. Okay, so nothing here means power 1, right? So divide, you just take the index minus 1 minus 2. You get c negative 1. C negative 1 will actually give you 3ab squared over c. You get the same answer. Okay? Let's go to B. Okay, so this is a teaching video, right? So whenever you have some problem, you don't understand, you can just pause the video, think first, before you proceed to my next example. For example, if this example you are still not very clear, right? Because this is video, you can control it. You pause the video, watch it again, or think first. Understand this one, then only proceed to this. This is the advantage of one of the advantages of learning mathematics using teaching video, because you can control the video, you can control the speed, and if you have question, you can just pause the video and try to think first, try to understand first. Okay, let's go to B. So now I just combine these two together first. Okay, how about I write this one first? Let me use blue color. Oh. Blue color, okay. So negative 3bq times 4p squared r over, divide over negative 6p power 3 r. Okay, so I just combine these two together first. 4 times negative 13. You can just press a calculator. Okay, sorry, this is 13. P times p squared, p cube. So q and r. Okay, the denominator we just copy, negative 6p cube r. Okay, let me double check again. Okay, now it's time to do the simplification. 52 divided by 6, you can just press a calculator. 52 divided by 6, you get 26 over 3, right? So 26 over 3. Now I have p power 3, I can actually cancel up. No more p power 3. And I have r and r, I also can cancel these two. And finally, I only left q. You can give your answer this form or this. These both are correct. I'm sorry, I make a mistake here. This is negative 3, not negative 13. Okay, let me do it again. So here, so this is negative 3. So negative 3 times 4 will give you negative 12. So negative 12 divided by 6, so this is easier. So you get negative 2, no negative, because negative divided by negative, you get positive, so 2, so 2q, so these will be the answers. Okay, let's go to this one. Oh, all multiply, then it will be easier, right? So press the calculator, negative 2 times negative 5 times negative 3. So you get negative 30. Okay, let me check again. Correct or not? 50, 13, 30. Okay, now we go to m. So m square, you will get m power 4. Now we have n here, n square. So this is the answers for this question. Okay, let me double check again. 50, 13, 30. m square, n power 4. Okay, correct. Okay, let's try last one. It's the same thing. Oh, now you have 2 divide, you have to be more careful. Divided by 10yz squared. So normally you have divide one more time. I will just write in at the back here. I do this 2 part first, only later I proceed to this, so that it won't look that complicated. If you write this, I worry that you will make mistake. Let's say normally we do not write this way. Oh, this look complicated, right? Negative 2x cubed y. You see, this one look complicated, so don't do this way. Okay, so let's do this part first. 8 and 10, you can press the calculator to use the calculator to help you how to simplify these fractions. If you don't want, if the number is not that big, you can actually do this way. Divided by 2, you will get 4 over 5. 4 over 5. Okay, now you have x here. Y you can cancel. Z, you cancel this one. This is smaller power. This is 1, this is 2. Cancel this one, and now left 1. Okay, so you have 4x 5z. Divide, we can change become multiply, right? And don't forget, when you change become multiply, we have to invert this fraction. This is negative 2x cubed y over 1. So we change become multiply. This 2 will change their position. So the negative 2x cubed y will go down here. The 1 will go up here. Okay, so you can combine these two first. This times this, 4x. This times this. Positive, negative will give you negative. Negative 10. And then x power 3. Y. Z. Okay, 50. The negative you can write here or write here is okay, but normally we prefer to write at the middle here. Okay, but we cannot stop here because 4 and 10 we still can simplify them further. Divided by 2, 4 divided by 2, you get 2. 10 divided by 2, you will get 5. It's 2x. And 5x power 3 yz. And we see the x and x cubed here can be simplified as well. So this is power 3, this is power 1. So cancel this. Now I have 2 left here. So x power 2. Okay, so my final answer will be negative 2 5x squared yz. Oh. Okay, let me double check again, correct or not? Negative x. Okay, correct. So this is the way how we simplify the algebraic expression. Okay, hopefully after you watching this video, you know better about this topic. And these are the exercises that you need to try. And the answers is over here. Okay, so see you next time. Thanks for spending time to watch this teaching video. Bye bye.